Hello, I want to show a technique that I've been using to help me model this digital camera. So you can see in the model here that the body follows a smooth shape, but there's all these interruptions, these details. But if we try to add these details, we still need it to follow the smooth shape for the rest of the surface. So that's been quite a challenge. But the technique I've been using to do it is to use the Make Selected Objects Live tool. So I'll demonstrate this. So firstly, I want to turn on the proxy that I've made previously. So it's just a simple shape. I've just modeled it based on the reference images that I have, so I know it's in the right location. And I've put it into a proxy mesh layer, so I'm just going to make that, hide that so that it's not blocking our view. So with this mesh selected, the smooth body, I'm going to set this as the live shape by clicking this button, and I've put it into the reference mesh, so I'm going to make it a reference as well. Now I'm going to select the smooth body here, and I'm going to duplicate it. Control D, rename that to main. I'm going to remove it from this layer that it's in. There we go. So now you can see that it's a copy. And if we have a look, the live mesh feature allows us to move the geometry but have it stick to the surface of the smooth mesh. This is going to be really useful for us. Okay. To be able to model this area, we're going to need more geometry. We could add it in sort of as needed, but in this case I've kept it quite simple, and I think we could just simply smooth it to add in a whole bunch of different edges. So we smooth it. Now we have a lot more detail to work with. You can see there's enough now to be able to create this sort of shape. So based on the size of it, I would select a grid of, say, 4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's sort of approximately in the location that we need. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to conform these into this sort of circular shape. So I'll start with the middle, and I'll use B to have a smooth brush, soft selection. Try to put that in the middle. I'll keep referring back to the selected faces so that I know what I'm trying to achieve. Try to get the edge here. You can see that I'm simply dragging them, but it maintains the smooth flow. They stick to the object. This makes this work nice and simple. Yep, that's looking good. You can also just middle drag instead of doing it that. Dragging with the middle mouse button. Sorry. Almost there. Okay, it's getting close. I'm mostly concerned with the outer edge. These could be spaced apart a bit more. Okay, that's pretty good. Now smooth out the rest of the topology to follow those new curves. I'm being quite rough here, but that we can always use the relax tool. So if we go to quad draw, which is Control Shift Q, and then hold Shift and click and drag, I can try to clean up some of the work that I've done here. Q to get out of that. Just fix this up a little bit. Doesn't have to be exact, but just roughly what we need. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm actually just turn off B. I'm going to delete these faces, and I'm going to be extruding. But firstly, I want to circularize this shape. So I selected, double click the edge to select that outer edge, hold Shift, right click, circularize shape. Circularize doesn't respect the live object feature. So I just want to get it roughly the right size to match. Okay, that seems right. Now that that's tool's done, when we move it, it'll snap into place. There we go. This one ended up a bit to the side. And I'm just going to clean up these loops a bit more. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go back to edge mode, going to extrude, and I'm going to make the lip that we see here. That looks about right. Now I want to start adding some height to this, so we need to turn off the snapping. Now I can move it up. Move it in just a little. Okay, and extrude again. I'm going to flatten this vertically with the scale tool. We can see that it's not circular, but this section is circular, so I'm going to apply circularize. And I'm going to go to the top view so that I can line it up properly with the proxy. That looks pretty good. Get the height. There we go. Extrude again. line it up. Extrude again. Extrude again. Extrude again. And that's it. We've matched the proxy. So if I turn off our references, we can see that it's not holding its form quite. We don't have the sharp edges, so we need to fix that. But we can see that it has respected the original curve. The original mesh is still smooth. So let's add in the holding edges to keep it sharp. So I'm going to select these edges, bevel those, chamfer off. If I put that into smooth mode, yeah, that looks about right to me. Okay, I'll do these ones next. Yep, and these ones are going to be quite sharp because it drops down. I believe this is a separate piece. Yeah, it's going to be quite sharp. And now just to optimize this, we don't need to have this many edges next to each other. You can use the multi-cut to insert an edge just in the middle. That still holds its form just as well. I might do the same here. No, I'll leave them in actually, those ones. Okay. I'll leave out doing this section because that'll be just a separate piece. So as you can see, we've respected the original smoothness of the topology. Perfectly smooth, but with this new shape added. And we can do the same trick to add in shapes like this, cut out shapes like that, cut out shapes like that, cut out a shape like that, add a shape like this. The same sort of technique can apply to all of those. First, drawing in the topology, correcting the topology with live mesh on, then turning live mesh off and adjusting the height. Thank you.